tuned in, I am joined by, I would say it's fair to say, half of Ideal Forgery. Are you to the ideal part of Ideal Forgery?
No, we are definitely the Forgery.
You're the Forgery. We've got Zak and Pete with us, who, Pete, obviously, Manxie yourself, you've been here most of your life before going off and doing music in the UK, obviously. And Zak, would you class yourself now, with the number of times you've been here, as a sort of, a token Manxie?
I might as well be.
I know.
I've been offered the citizenship, haven't I?
The beat group.
By a strange man that pushes himself around in a wheelchair with his feet. He said I was allowed to stay here, so...
That's all right then. If he says you're allowed to stay, then that is a given.
He's
essentially.
He is a national treasure.
Yeah, so. That is. You've essentially been given the key to the Isle of Man.
Yeah.
It means you can do whatever you want. You can't do whatever you want. I didn't just say that.
Too late.
Obviously, especially considering probably some of the stories I've heard in the past. Anyway, it is always lovely to have you with us. How long have you been back on the island this visit then, Zak?
So we arrived on Monday night. We got the late ferry so that we could relax a little bit, because we knew that Tuesday was going to be quids, as it always is. We start there.
Andy Saunders, legend.
Isn't he? Yeah.
Absolute legend.
We had 2 nights in a row with him this time.
We went to karaoke the next night for our sins. So,
What were the karaoke tunes then? Come on, what did you do, Pete?
Well, I murdered We Built the City by Starship.
That's why you wanted to hear it.
I did.
Today.
I wanted to hear it correctly, yeah.
And what did you sing, Zak?
I did When You Love Someone by James T.W.
Oh.
It was a classy affair after what I'd just done. So.
But yeah, that is quite classy. I'm impressed. That's not like Bros.
No.
Which I think was the last thing I sang probably on karaoke, was probably Bros. So you've had a number of gigs since you've been here, which is kind of what you do, isn't it? You land, you gig, you busk. So people might have seen you busking this week as well.
Yeah,
Tell us about that.
Yeah, outside Marks and Sparks. We were
very good.
it was nice. It was a really, really good day. We met a load of new people. I think we managed to actually promote the band a little bit better to people that maybe, certain people don't go out to the bars and stuff like that. So it was nice we sold a load of CDs. We spread our name a little bit to people that perhaps we wouldn't have access to without doing that.
Yeah. And you had a guest member with you, Pete. Who was playing with you?
Shout out to Kieran Ball. He's been our saviour this week. So he said that he'd play bass with us because the new bassist has only been in the band for a few weeks and he wasn't able to come and get time off work and stuff. So he was happy to come and we've trusted him to do it, and he's done a great job. So yeah, it's been really, really nice.
That's right. So obviously Polly, we mentioned Polly who plays cello with you. She's not able to come this time round, but last time as well you had Jan with you. So Jan's sadly no longer in the band. So tell us a bit about your new bass player then.
So the new guy that's joined us is a fella named Sam, and he got in not by merit of musical talent. He got in because the first time we ever met him, Pete brought him to my house to sort of like just chill out and sort of get to know each other before we played a gig. We had half an hour, and he walked straight in my door. There was an unsolved...
Didn't say hello to you.
Didn't say hello. There was an unsolved Rubik's Cube on my side. He just went blah, 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 with his fingers, and in 3 seconds it was done, and put it down. And I was like, oh, yeah, I like this guy.
So it was essentially his puzzle skills that got him into the band.
Yeah, he's got like a degree in music or something else.
I know, maths.
In maths, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, that's you with the useless degree.
Yeah.
Charming.
I'm joking.
So for those that haven't encountered you guys before, Pete, just tell us a bit about where you're actually based and tell us a bit about what you've been doing since you were last here, because it's been 2 years since you were here.
Yeah, it's mad. So obviously we both live in Manchester now. We kind of come over here in 2019, which is the last time we came. And we did a very similar thing. We had 2 weeks booked for TT 2020 of gigs, and obviously the world fell apart and it all got cancelled. But this week is really for us to make up what we lost, which was being able to come. So it's been really nice to be back, seeing loads of people that we haven't seen for ages. Literally, you have more friends than me here now as well. So
it's insane. A big shout out to Simon Lockwood. That's because I don't know if you recall, the first time I came over, I had that. It's kind of like a dark purple guitar with all the scratched stuff in it.
Yeah.
That guitar got broken, so the last time I couldn't use it either, and he's been fixing it for me this week because he's got Don't Fret.
Yeah, Don't Fret.
Don't Fret.
So shout out a little
if you
plug
need your guitar
there.
fixed, Don't Fret's the guy.
So he's literally fixed it right now, and we're gonna go and pick it up after we leave here.
Awesome.
So I'll have it for the last few gigs of the tour, but.
So that's so like it's kind of like your second home, I think, really, isn't it? I mean, it is
adore
your
it.
and your original home, obviously. Pete.
Yes.
You know.
Sometimes I'm not allowed home if I've been out late too late too many nights in a row. Yeah,
Oh,
but
dear.
Yeah, your dad definitely loves me more than he loves
yeah,
you.
this week I think. Yeah,
He
So,
must be so proud of you, of course. You know, stalwart of the local scene, your dad, of course, with the
Yeah.
shop and everything, and
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
still, and yeah. So,
It was
is
really-
he super proud of you?
Do you know what? It was really nice on Tuesday. He came and played electric guitar with us, and he absolutely killed it dead. He was so good. He was
Ken
really,
in
really
the band.
Yeah. So he came and
Oh.
played at Quiz with us on Tuesday. So it's him and Kieran. So it's more Manx people than Manchester people in the
Yeah,
band
it
for the
was.
first time. So
Oh,
yeah.
outnumbered.
yeah.
Well, technically, I'm classed as a Manx,
Yes.
right? So
Yeah.
You're sort of
Not the
Manx, yeah.
next.
And we were saying that obviously it's been a mad 2 years, and we don't need to talk about COVID or anything, but we were just talking off air, and you were saying, Zach, that actually you were able to do some pretty good stuff during that time, weren't you? You got some recordings done, and tell
Yes.
us a bit about that.
So with all the bars being closed and everything else, there wasn't much in the way of live performances, but we learned a lot about recording and doing stuff sort of digitally, all the kind of stuff that you kind of push aside when you play live too much. But we did a bunch of stuff with an orchestra. Polly did this
that was
amazing
crazy.
composition.
That was crazy. She did it in 2 days, didn't she? She sat on my computer and I was like, right, here's the bass notes, and she was just like, shut the door and I'll see you in a few days. And she came out with this masterpiece, like Mozart level goods. Yeah.
It was fantastic. So we did a load of stuff like that. We did a bunch of live streaming, met a load of new people via online, and we just sort of grew our online presence a little bit better than we had been doing previously.
And that's great, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, if you put stuff online, you can reach any part of the world.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
did you find that you did have people watching you from all over the place?
Yeah, we actually it kind of blew up a little bit at certain points, and
We did a really professional one, didn't we? We booked like a studio and like set up like loads of cameras and like invested quite a lot of time into getting it to be like a proper show, but like with live stuff, and like we'd done all the mixing and stuff previously. So then when we were playing live, it all sounded like really good. And
because essentially last year we'd booked a tour through Germany as well,
like
and,
after the Isle of Man.
Yeah, we were supposed to be over doing a bunch of festivals in Germany and just across Europe, and that obviously all fell through. But one of them, the Strassen Music Festival, asked us to put together a video because they decided to do it anyway, but do it online. So that was kind of where we did the Unhappy Ever After video.
Like
It
split
was-
screen, which was cool because we had to learn how to like, how do you even do your phone, and like how do you edit the video together, and like I've set up a home studio now, so I could, like to do session drumming stuff, and so that was kind of like a way of, we just became like remote, but kind of still tried to keep the band alive basically.
Oh,
So, yeah.
fantastic. So it's actually been quite an exciting time for you, but I bet there was nothing better than that first live gig again, was there? Where was your first live gig when
We
everything
actually-
opened up?
We played in a place called Old Market Tavern in Altrincham, and it's one of my favourite bars because it's this biker bar where
Actually, it's the one bar in Manchester that reminds me of the Isle of Man, because obviously there's bikers there. They're all a bit mad as well. So yeah, it does remind me.
you
of
go in
that.
there and you can guarantee that on the cuts you'll see like Mad Sunday patches and stuff like that. You always,
excellent.
somebody will be there that has got some kind of story about the Isle of Man as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, so it was a perfect place to get back out there again,
Yeah.
and but the Isle of Man's better. I'm just saying.
No,
and
it
it's
has been, yeah, 100%.